Hi. Oh, wait. Oh no, I forgot. Oh, gee, I forgot to put on some jams. Hi. Hello, everyone. It's me, your local virtual baker, Saltea Kichee. Uh, Give me a second. I am trying to put on some jams as we speak, some music, some background music. Not that one. And this one. How is the anxiety boy? Not good still. Still full of anxiety and full of sad. But that's a good. There's a. But it's a good reason to why I'm making such a nice, lovely meal today. I've been cooking a lot more recently, and that's mostly just purely because I am very broke right now. I don't have much money right now. I've been using it for preparations for this con. It's next week. It's 7 days from now. It's actually kind of crazy. Or at least my flight is. My flight's in is literally next week. So I'm excited to go. There's some interesting things that are gonna happen. And I guess since it's just so close, so nearby, the anxiety is getting right down to the wire. And I'm really excited because I'm trying to figure out my schedule for the next week. Because unfortunately, I'm not gonna be streaming that much when I'm on at off Thai. I might, but there's a very high possibility I'm not going to. That being said, there's not a no. It's just that the possibility of doing a stream is gonna be very, very difficult. So, yeah. I'm trying to work out my schedule recently because I put in some days of PTO and all that. So I'm doing process of elimination here because on paper I can only be put on for a few days. Since I work Sunday next week, and I put PTO for 3 days. I'm only either working Monday or Tuesday, and that's very crucial information. I need to know if I'm having either Monday or Tuesday off. If I have Monday off, that's not the preferred. But if I have Tuesday off, it's perfect because Tuesday I can make bread, and then when I make the bread, I can stream it, and then it'll be the most fresh bread I can make, and I will be able to bring it to Offkai, and that's really exciting. Actually, I gotta check out my flight. I don't remember if it is next week or not. It should be. It is June 18th. That is early next week. So yes. But I think it's what is it? The flight I'm going on is in the afternoon. So I have time, honestly. I can probably get there at like 12. I don't even need to get there that early. It's gonna be international, not overseas or anything like that. It's gonna be a 6-hour flight though. It's gonna be fun. But excited to go. I think I really need this trip. I really just need to get away from my job. That's like a big thing. It's just like I need to get away from the job. I need to get away from that. Yeah, yikes. But I'm excited next week. Probably gonna either make bread once more next week, either Tuesday or Wednesday, maybe both. We'll see. But I definitely know I have Wednesday off. Yeah. So that's the story. I'm excited. I have a little bit of anxiety jimmies inside of me too, so there's that as well. Yeah. Yeah. How y'all doing today? I've just been kind of speaking out the silly mind, so I hope y'all doing good. I'm currently trying to make sure the cameras are working here today. They are, so that's good. Yeah, this is a very simple thing. I like. Excited for food stream. I'm excited for it too. I need just a nice little pick me up today. Stuff today. It's funny. I don't know where where the anxiety strikes back. But oh yeah, shoot, I forgot I gotta drink this. I might drink it today. I got Ramune a long while ago. Remember when I first got the what is it? First had the what is it called? The spicy noodle stream we did. Yeah, I actually got some other things. Like I got a bottle of Ramune, but it's not any top of the line your ordinary sort of Ramune. It's actually a lychee Ramune. I've never seen that flavor. Usually for Ramune, I get myself a good thing of sorry, I had to use my mouth there. Usually for Ramune, I see like a bunch of melon flavor or something like that, but I've never seen lychee, whatever. So I might have that to drink with my Gyudon today, and I'm excited because not just because I got a lot of meat, so it's gonna be a very meat-heavy dish, and I'm very excited for that. But I was also kind of realized that, oh wait, it uses scallion, and if you don't know, I have a garden. I grow a lot of scallion, I grow a lot of herbs, and I checked on it today, and you'll never believe it, but my tomatoes are finally flowering. My tomato plant I have is finally growing flowers. So it's like, oh my god, it's growing. My plant has flowers. I'm gonna have tomatoes soon. I'm actually kind of excited about that. So there's that. It also just actually looks like a very simple dish here, because you just kind of cook. I really don't know how to explain it. It's just so brain dead easy. I'm actually gonna just copy paste the recipe that I'm using today, so everyone can know. Now I will say I'm not doing this recipe verbatim. That is not the case with this. I'm actually gonna kind of base this recipe off what I'm making. What was I just talking about? Oh yeah, Gyudon. It's funny because when I was thinking of Gyudon, I was thinking of something else. I thought this was something else, but I couldn't remember what it was exactly. All that I know is that, it's very straightforward by the looks of it. It's just kind of marinated. It's almost like beef bulgogi in a way. Except instead of like a spicy sauce, it's more of a sweet kind of savory soy sort of flavor. I am kind of being a little, I am being a bit cheatsy because I'm not using dashi. I don't have dashi, and I didn't feel like making it, so I just am gonna use a really nice condensed and roast chicken stock I made. So I'm gonna use that instead. But everything else I have sake, mirin, soy sauce. Of course, I have sugar. Scallions I actually was able to harvest before stream, so I got that. And onion. Well, it'd be weird to not have onion. I always have onion at standby. But I also got some skirt steak. It was about to go bad at my job, but it's like, yeah, no, wait, I want that. Give me that. I can take it. I can use it for something. So I took it. They were like, yeah, all right. And here we are today. I'm gonna try and make this, which is kind of frustrating that I'm making this. Well, not frustrating, but it's like, it's silly that I'm making this. It's not that silly. I don't know how to explain it. I really don't know how to explain this, but I went to Japan recently, did you know? And one of the foods I wanted to try was Gyudon. And you know what I forgot to try? Udon. So I'm a little peeved. Now that I'm just having this realization that, oh yeah, good job, Stealth. I'm just so stupid. Anyways. I had to just write down the recipe for the sauce, I guess. I'm also just looking through the instructions again. for those that may or may not know, when I kind of make stuff, okay, I'm not sure if this is just because I went to school, so my brain just works a lot more differently when it comes to like looking up a recipe and all that. But like, I have such a hard time following recipes nowadays that I just really cannot follow a recipe. It is unfathomably difficult for me to do such a thing. I just can't follow recipes. I kind of just follow the recipe to as much as I can, but I don't know why. Maybe it's also just because like, oh, I know how to make this, I know that, I know the basic recipe. So I guess it's just because like, since I know like the basis of how to make something, it's like, oh, I can make it. But when it's also something like, isn't that normal? The better you cook, the less you care about recipes. I mean, I guess, yeah. But a little part of me, by the way, hi Sue. A little part of me does like to follow a recipe, kind of, because of I want to try and make sure that it's the most base kind of recipe it can be. So, yeah. I did do one minor tweak, and that is because if you check that recipe I sent, I actually have marinated beef, and I'm also not using chuck or roast or anything like that. I am using skirt, which is kind of almost like flank, but beef is beef in this economy, so I don't know why I would ever complain about such a thing. And not a self-imposed challenge, but actually, you know what? I don't even need to say it's a challenge or anything like that, because I know without a doubt in my mind, I can get this cooked faster than my rice cooker can cook my rice. So, small thing to mention because of that now. Yeah, I'm going to. This is very straightforward. This recipe. I'm cutting onions, cutting scallion, cutting beef. Once I'm done doing that, I cook rice. Yeah. This is such a straightforward meal. It is very, very simple, but I'm all for it. I've been trying to look for more struggle meals to make, some more struggle meals, some more easy things to cook, especially when it's like sad boy hours, and it's like, yeah, okay, I don't want to cook right now, but I need to cook something, because, hey, the fleshy body needs to eat some sort of food, I guess. So, ooh, I gotta eat some food. So, yeah. But it's kind of funny, even when I say, oh, I gotta eat food, because I actually didn't really eat that much today. The thing is, if you guys checked out my Twitter. Did I post it on Blue Sky? I don't know. But, what is it? I made a fresh loaf of sourdough today, just because I could. And, it was good. It was a good loaf of bread. Got myself some nice butter. It was not too sour, but it was like perfectly balanced. The flavor of it was immaculate. The crunch and crust of it was delicious. There's a it's very subtle when I eat my sourdough, but when I cooked, this was like a really perfect sourdough. But when I did like eat it, and like the crust and everything, the crust had this like subtle flavor of toastiness that is kind of like popcorn, and like the nice the nice fermented flavor as well. It's just like, this is stuff that I need to eat. This is great. And especially since I will say I haven't been eating I actually haven't been eating much sourdough recently, just because give it away before I can eat it. It's nice to just actually sit down for breakfast, slice some bread, and just like eat some straight up sourdough with some butter and olive oil. Perfect. Great lunch, great breakfast. It's just perfect. Amazing. So yeah, that's the story once more. Let's talk about today though, because although that I am cooking today, I will also mention that we are probably going to play a little bit of Minecraft as well. It is so brain dead easy. This recipe is really just that brain dead easy. I don't think there's going to be much of a don't want to say hard time, but I don't think it's gonna be that hard to make. And once more, I think I can cook all this stuff before the rice is cooked. So let's quit the chatter for now though, because we'll do some more chatter when I'm done cooking. And let's just get right into the kitchen. Alright, come on, self, wake up. Alright, well, give me a second. This thing never wants to work. There we go. Hi, lads, it's me, Saltea Kichee. I'm here, I'm back. I hope you missed me. Because boy howdy, I didn't miss me. Alright. Let's get to it. Alright, I need to grab this thingy. Alrighty, are we ready? Hold on, I actually gotta move. I gotta turn on my my silly thing. Hold on. Ooh, gotta make sure I can see the chats here. Okay, there we go. Come on. Stop! Stop the notification! Ah, I hate this thing. Eventually, at some point, oh my god, stop with the notifications. I don't care. Wait, did I not change the thumbnail for this? Oh no, that's... Hi, Salty2D. Didn't miss you. Thank you, thank you. It's whatever. It's the only thing I ever want to hear. Okay, let's see here. So first off, I want to show off my scallions because I'm very happy about them. They actually don't look horrible. Like these are fairly like thick, like very thick, long pieces of scallion. They're quite nice. So I'm gonna be using this for the Gyudon today. I'm probably gonna cook them a little bit later just because they are. Well, I just want to make sure that they're nicely cut. I feel like if I do cut these now, they're gonna get, how'd you say, wilted. So actually, I'm thinking about that now. There's a way to actually maintain some freshness on scallion, and that's just kind of putting them in water for a bit. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna put them in some water, and yeah. But first things first, just because the thing that's gonna take the longest to do is the rice, I think it only makes enough sense to actually start cooking the rice first. Okay, let's see. Rice. It's funny because I'm pretty sure, like I'm like 10% sure about this, about how my rice, yeah, it is my rice. The rice that I used to cook and all that whatnot, it is most definitely, without a doubt in my mind, the quote unquote wrong kind of rice to use to eat. But you see, I'm a simplistic lad, and I do not care about those semantics. I do think that this rice has a bit better flavor, honestly. Even though it's subtle, and also it's sticky rice. I'm not sure if it's sushi rice, but I use medium grain rice, specially selected from Nishiki. I use this brand. So yeah. Wait, I want to try and just stop giving the lad templates here. That is a little... Yeah, hold on. Mine's not good. Yeah, you know what? I think I know what I need to do. I need to do a subathon. Just for the sole reason of just getting a new camera. It is kind of a little silly, you know? Anywho, like most good people, like with most people with a good sense of sanity and a good sense of morals, you're gonna want to wash your rice. And I'm gonna go wash my rice right now because I'm not a lunatic. Actually, I take that back. I'm actually crazy. But rice, you should always wash your rice. If you don't wash your rice, you're just unfathomable, you're irredeemable, you're a horrible person, and you just need to go. Stop. Wash your rice. I don't care how long it takes. Wash your rice. Goddamn. You'll make a lot of people sad if you don't wash your rice. You included, because washing your rice is just more towards your benefit, if anything. Just quickly. Are we cooking sloppy joes today? No. I would kill myself before I would have to do that. There we go. You know, there's a funny thing recently. Not recently. There's a funny thing I've been thinking about off pie. But I think someone mentioned it. One of the lads I'm going to go meet. He said that, you know, it is quite a shame that I can't cook for them or anything like that. And, you know, it is an actual genuine shame. Just because I also just think it'd be really fun to cook with my friends as well. I've said this time and time again, I would love to cook for my friends. As a stream, as an off collab, I don't know what the hell. But I would just love to just cook for my friends. It's just fun, it's cool, it's fun. It's a fun, novel thing in my head. I'm unfortunately a very materialistic person here, lads. So, when it comes to stuff like that, my way of showing off my appreciation for people is doing stuff like that. Acts of services, I guess. I don't know. But I feel like when I do cook, I think I cook good food. So there's that. I don't know. I would feel I cook good food. I'm not really sure. Good tasting food is quite subjective. But I would like to think that my food does taste palatable at least. Okay. Well, let's get some stuff. So I'm actually not sure because the recipe book says to use. It looks like it's using a cast iron, but I don't feel like using a cast iron. So I feel like a good replacement, although might be kind of weird, is to use a wok instead. Do I use a wok or do I? Like, I'm not sure. Do I want to use a wok? Will that really benefit anything? Actually, no. A wok is great. Don't get me wrong, but I don't feel like smoking up my apartment. I don't need to be reminded back to the college days, jeez. But let's see here. So I need some dashi. I also need some sake, mirin, soy sauce. So I'm gonna go grab that. soy sauce, about 3 tablespoons, or that's probably, well, that's pretty much about a fourth of a cup, give or take. Then I need 2 tablespoons of sake. That's just literally an ounce pour, so that's almost half a shot. And mirin. And it should be just about relative to what I added to the sake. There we go. Yeah, I'm done. That's it is very, it is actually, that was kind of funny actually. But let's see here. I do gotta cut stuff still, but cutting stuff is very straightforward, I would think. Yeah. You know, thinking about it right now, I don't really talk about, like, I guess my experience when it comes to like cooking and all that whatnot. No, I kind of just tell you lads I just cook, and I kind of leave it at that. No, I would love to talk about my experience, but the funny thing is when I do talk about my cooking, the experience I have in the kitchen, it's weird to talk about it because honestly, in the grand scheme of it all, I don't have much experience. I really do not. Like, a lot of VTubers, a lot of friends and associates and all that whatnot are gonna say, "Oh, well, Salty, you have really good knife skills, or you have good technique, or knowledge, or blah, or something like that." But hold on, I'm just grabbing a container because, of course, I want to make stock later. The thing is, in the grand scheme of it all, I haven't really worked in many places. I had a grand total, get this, I have a grand total of two prep jobs. I've worked in 2 prep jobs. No, actually 3 prep. I've worked 3 prep jobs. I've worked on the line in 2 jobs. I've done banqueting for the majority of my cooking career, and all that stuff in between. So actually, the funny thing is, when it comes to like professional cooking, I more or less have a lot more experience when it comes to like banqueting. Now, the difference between like banqueting versus what is it? Working a line, or like a traditional like cooker, I guess a traditional restaurant. Banqueting is very, very much, you're doing a lot higher numbers, higher volume. So unfortunately, you kind of lose a bit of quality in that regard, just because you're doing so many numbers. Like in a normal night for me, oh, that's such a shiny knife. Sorry, I get very. It's a simple thing, lads, but it's a shiny knife. It's a shiny knife. But anyways, when it comes to talking about my work experience, it's very minimal because I don't really have much in the grand scheme of it all. If anything, I actually have very bad work experience because I go for quantity and not quality. And it's not because we're lazy. It's just kind of the unfortunate numbers of, hey, when you're doing when I'm helping out and plating up and doing stuff that's for casually 400 people, saying 400 people in one day for one thing is like, that sounds like a lot. That's pretty much like one wedding, I would say. But the thing about that is that banqueting is just kind of that's kind of normal, you think. Pulling knife is back. It do be back though. Yeah, it's just kind of, what is it? It's kind of crazy when those big numbers are kind of normal. Everything else is kind of obsolete in that regard. But it really is truth when you, and like for like normal restaurants, good restaurants, you're probably doing 200 a night. But with that in mind, still, you're still like you're still making a decent amount of cash. Think of it like this: banqueting is essentially like, okay, I'm not gonna explain it. I feel like you are all smart enough to know what a banquet is versus a la carte, which is like a normal sort of restaurant. Like normal restaurant, professionally, a normal restaurant, stuff like that is called a la carte, usually. When you have a set menu and you order from that, and that's kind of blah blah blah. When you order from a set menu, that is a la carte. When you think of weddings, where there's buffets and you can also ask for things, ask for special things and all this and that. That is more of the lines of being a banquet or buffets. Banquets and buffets are kind of like, they kind of blend together. I believe, technically, it's been a while since I've actually thought about this information, but banqueting is more of a Russian style of catering. So there's that, I think. I don't know. I don't really know much of the fancy words and all that logic because we don't use that logic that much in the kitchen. Funny. I was tested, I was graded on this and that, especially when it came to stuff in the kitchen, but I don't remember any of it. Oh, here, I gotta change the camera real quick. Actually, not yet, because I actually have to cut one more thing. I'm trying to minimize my mess here, because, you know, I have my prep station here, so I don't, okay, hold on. I just put it on this lid thing here. Yes, my favorite thing when it comes to, cooking at home, managing my dishes, because I have to make sure I'm not making a lot of work for when I'm done and full and happy. It's like, oh man, what a great meal. It's a shame I gotta go clean now. But, I'm actually gonna be lazy. And I don't feel like washing my hands. Well, I do feel like washing my hands. You always wash your hands right before stuff like this. But I don't feel like washing my hands in between. So I'm gonna get my shirt here and just use it below. Actually, it's kind of funny. I don't even think I need this container because I just dumped out with it. Alright, well, either way, I just gotta take this now and just cut it into like little slices here at this point. Think of it. I could just probably make people Google someday. I don't see a bad idea. I don't see that as a bad idea. But yeah, just gonna get some nice slices here. Not trying to go for anything fancy. Just trying to do some nice slices. There we go. Perfect. I don't know what those words mean. Don't worry about it. If you don't work in the kitchen, you should not even worry or think too hard about it. It's silly kitchen stuff, you know? It's like when someone talks about like tech and stuff like that, and they talk about, formulas and words of coding and this and that. Like, it's just kind of a thing that you just would know if you're working a part of that field or whatnot, I guess. I don't know how to explain it. I'm not good at explaining these things here, lads. I'm actually so confident I'm gonna cook all this stuff cooked before the rice actually is done. I'm actually clearing out my dishwasher too. What an easy thing. Cooking. You know, someday, I really want to see if there is ever a possibility with anyone, really, be a friend or Vtuber or whatnot, that I can actually meet in the real life, in the tangible person. And actually, what is it? Actually do like a cooking stream. That would be really fun. I'd love to do that, honestly. Just like cooking. I think it's a very fun activity. You know how some people like vibe together and they like, I don't know. I guess with more people within my age group, you know, within the 20s and 30s, I guess, they will go out to bars and drink and do all that stuff. I don't think that's fun. I don't think that's interesting. I'd rather just play some board games and cook together and bake together and talk and chat and relax and talk about life. I guess I'm 50 years old. I'm not sure, but take what you will with that. I'm a very unintuitive, very boring, non really interesting person, to be completely honest. Though at the same time, I don't think I would have it any other way. Yes, I am this, yeah, I'm that, but I don't think I would want to change it any other way. I quite like myself as being, boring. But at the same time, I know that for no doubt in my mind, that's not a very, not pleasuring, very, what's the word? I can't think of the word. It was probably not that. I can't think of the right word. Anyways. All I know is that, hey, I make food. Do I make good food? Debatable. But I make food. I've been told I've made good food, but I make good food and I make good bread. I can definitely say I make good bread. If there is something I know without no doubt in my mind, I'm actually gonna start cooking at this point. I think the rice should be getting close here. Oh, wait, before I do that. Hold on. I'm trying to get something to work right now. Oh, okay. There we go. There we go. Okay. This is not a very good camera. Uh-oh. Okay. I don't know what happened. Okay. Okay, cool. I think when I changed my webcam, it tried to steal the microphone. But hold on, I gotta fix you guys up. You guys look cool. I'm not sure if that helps, honestly. Ooh, wait, you actually look worse than me. That's better, I guess. But yeah, look. The cooking. We're gonna start cooking now. Wait, here we are. Oh jeez, you can actually see my arm? Wait, here, let me turn the lights off. You can actually see my arm. Ugh. I don't like that. Yeah, unfortunately, lighting is always an issue when it comes to this area, so I'm gonna try and keep it to the dark. Or like, oh, look at my hand, it's so veiny. Ugh. It looks so bony. You're so shiny, I guess. Wow, look at me. Look at my skin. I just glow. Oh boy. Yeah, my skin, I just glow. I'm just so shiny. Wait. Oh, you can actually kind of see me. Hi. Anyways, let's start cooking, yes? I'm stupid, I think. Hold on. Alright. First thing that goes in is going to be the soy, mirin, that kind of mix. It's going to go in the mix first. I want to cook off the alcohol at least, so that's the plan here. I'm going to cook all of that. Cook all of that first, and when that is pretty much reducing, I'm going to then add the meat. Oh, it's reflective. I don't like that. I don't like how reflective that is. Hey, stop that. Stop! Right here, can I turn the lights on and it's less reflective? Of all the things to find being reflective, I wouldn't think liquid in a pan to be reflective, but here we are. Anyways, how are you guys doing today? There's not much really to say. It is really just that simple. Yeah, I'm just waiting for that to come to a simmer. Then I add in the dashi or stock or whatnot. And then I add onions, which is really weird because I'm not cooking the onions, so to say. I'm more or less steaming it, which is interesting. There it is. Now it's coming to a boil. Now we're cooking up gas. Okay. I need about half a cup. So I'm just going to make sure I do a little bit more than that because I like a lot of sauce. Hip hooray, the rice is finally cooking. The rice is cooking. Yay. Ooh. I'm actually like so self-conscious. I'm actually kind of self-conscious. Ugh, I'm so bony. Look at that. Ugh, so veiny. Ugh. Nasty. Disgusting. Ugh. The fleshy human body. I hate it. Ugh. Okay, does there enough alcohol content that can burn this? No. Oh, kinda. Not enough, though. Soup bones. Soup? Wait, are you calling me soup bones? I don't know how I feel about that. I'm not sure if I should feel insulted or praised. That's a new one? Huh. It's just your wrist, really. I don't like being bony though. It's scary. It just makes me sad. I don't know. It makes me confused because like I see. Okay, it's gonna sound really funny. I see myself as being kind of fat, even though like by normal standards I'm kind of average. But in my brain, since I hold myself to such a high standard, I see myself as fat, even though that I'm very average. But exactly the point though, I'm average, and I have to worry about that, I guess. Anyways, onions go in. Throwing those in right now. Yeah, who cares about using like proper tools and whatnot? I'm just a psychopath and I just love using my hands for everything. If there's one piece of advice that I really love that I got from one of my cooks, from one of my chefs I worked with, they've told me that the best tools you ever use is your hands. And I love using my hands for everything. So yeah, fat and bony. I don't like how you say that because now it makes me think that I'm fat. So I burned myself with steam. Ooh. But yeah, it's probably how I is. That's how my body are. Fat and bony. That's me. Ugh, gotta work out more. But it's like I'm always so tired after my days of work. Like especially because when I come back from work, I walk back and forth. And I'm on my feet 24 for 8 hours a day at least. Woe is me. I have to go out and work and do this and that and that and this. So like, oh, woe is me. Okay, anyways, I'll shut up now. This cart start cutting my scallion now, though. But yeah, I think this is gonna start becoming. It's gonna get on my rotation of struggle meals because this is just such a simple kind of thing to make. Because it is, in a weird way to say it, it's like making soup or like a curry or something like that. Because I'm just boiling onions and soy, mirin, and stock, and it's the same thing with beef, really. You know. There we go. Look at that nice cut. Just thinking about jobs and all that whatnot, what's kind of a funny meme I've been seeing recently? Sorry. Oh, jeez. Sorry about that. But you know what? I'm seeing a funny meme recently to where it's just like, get a job and like a job jump scare and all that whatnot. I don't know. I find that just really silly. Just because since I work a full-time job and all that whatnot, and VTubing and all this sort of silly stuff. I don't know. It's just kind of so silly. Like, wow, people are that scared about getting a job. It's something that everyone has to do eventually, even if we don't even think about it. Of course, I'm adding MSG to this, by the way. Of course, I am. Crazy to think I wouldn't. Thank you. I see the bless you. Thank you, thank you. I was surprised, but you put the onions in without frying them or anything? Exactly! That's the thing I thought was really weird too. But I'm following the recipe as it is instructing me. I didn't want to question it too much. Maybe it's just because, there's better flavor or texture or something when you do it this way, like steaming the onions. And actually, I'm not gonna lie, these onions do look pretty good. They're not caramelized, but they look nicely steamed and nicely like boiled in soy sauce and like all this nice mirin and all that whatnot. So like, I'm trusting the process here, and this is why I'm following the recipe. Because if I wasn't following the recipe, I would caramelize the onions. But right now, this looks really good. I can't even try and like fake it. Like, it looks pretty good so far. I'm gonna add the beef now. So. And essentially, I guess juicy onions are reasonable. I'm just so used to reducing them. Exactly. Yeah. Like me too. I myself am also just very used to just cooking. I don't know, cooking onions normally, in the sense of just like sautéing them down and then adding water to like reduce the not reduce it, but to what's the word, to caramelize them better. Just essentially caramelizing onions. That's just the end all be all thing that I'm trying to say. The caramelization of the onions is something that I'm very more used to doing. Cooking down, sauteing onions, whatever you want to say. But boiling onion and soy sauce is... No, I'm not gonna lie. It actually seems like a very good idea. Especially with how nice the color of the onions are. Like, these are beautiful, the colors of them. It's almost like it was caramelized. So... And pretty much that's the Gyudon. That's pretty much that. I've just gotta cook the beef at this point, but... Yeah, I'm just kind of cooking this all down. The broth is just gonna be... It's just broth at this point. And, there's no need to reduce it. I think I gotta add some sugar. But that's really it. Sugar, seasonings, that's it. Nothing else. Now, just because I want to, and I actually need to get rid of some, well, I gotta get on my counter here. And it sucks being short because I gotta get on a chair. But I want to grab some... Where is my... Okay, I don't need that now. I don't need gelatin. Ugh. I want that. And honestly, I'm just going to really quickly rip off a nice piece of some pieces of kombu. Since I don't have, what is it? Since I'm not actually using a dashi, you know how, like, sometimes you see in soups and stuff, you'll see, oh, put a baby, put this, put that in, like, your soups and stuff as they're reducing? Well, I'm gonna throw in some kombu to help flavor up the lacking of me using a proper dashi. And I'm also gonna use some bonito flakes, just because I need to get rid of it, honestly. I haven't been really using it too much. And once more, this is kind of something that you would put in, it is something that you would put in a dashi, I think. But also, just generally, it's just I'm just adding all this for just more flavor enhancement. I want this to taste good. I want a bomb of I just want an absolute bomb of umami. While it's also being labeled. So yeah. Since when is bonito hard to get rid of? Because I just don't cook with it often. I unfortunately just don't use it. I didn't make a dashi, he says, making a dashi. Well, listen, I just... Yeah. Okay, you got me. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know. It doesn't look like a dashi, or am I thinking of something else? I might be thinking of like a ramen, like tonkatsu stock. But like, isn't that a dashi, like, you know, you get your not veal bones, but like your beef bones or beef knuckles or whatnot, and then you not roast it, but you boil. I'm thinking of pho, and aren't I? I don't know. Anyways, it's whatever. Hey, look, I just made my pho. I just made my dashi. Wow, isn't that cool? Isn't that neat, chat? Aren't I just so good? Bonito and kombu is the basic dashi, right? I don't remember. I thought that most dashis use a meat sort of based stock. I don't know. I honestly probably should have done research. I don't know. Maybe dashi was just that easy to make. I just didn't know. Okay. Let me take a little taste here. Where are we at? Oh. Okay, wait a minute. This is like really good, actually. A lot better than I thought. Alright. It says I need to use some sugar. I don't have palm sugar or anything like that. I also don't want to add too much sugar because that's weird. Definitely doesn't need any salt. Definitely doesn't need any like other spices. But like, that is a genuine umami bomb right there. Woo. I thought that is why I use so much, because it's quick and easy to make from dried ingredients. I think I must be thinking of a ramen broth then. Oh boy. Alright. So I'm gonna be using the incorrect bowl here, because, of course, I want to. Also, I'm gonna really quickly change cameras, because you've seen it at this point, and the cooking's done, pretty much. There we go. So as I was saying, you've pretty much seen all the cooking. Woo! And I've actually timed this perfectly because the rice has just finished cooking. So I'm gonna really quick. I need to find my rice, not my rice wand, my rice spatula. The thing I use for rice, you know. Oh, it's up there. Yeah, I'm using the wrong bowl. You're supposed to use a different bowl for like Gyudon or something. But hey, this is kind of a low-key struggle today. Alright, gonna put rice in the bowl. I'm actually kind of surprised that it's not like udon noodle. Oh no, I would think that Gyudon would have some semblance of udon or something. I don't know. The bowl is not the bowl is not the important part. You know what? Touche. You have a point. Alright. I'm gonna take the kombu out for now. Honestly, if I really wanted to make this good, I should have actually gotten some kombu and thrown it in my rice cooker. Because that actually does make the rice taste a lot better too. But now, I'm supposed to get some of the broth here, pour it on top, and then just kind of get everything else and put that on top. That's pretty much it. Nice helping of meat. And then I just kind of put some scallion on top. That's it. That looks really good. Ooh. Maybe it's a little bit too much green for some people, but I think that's a perfect amount. Ooh, that's really pretty. I gotta do it. But I gotta put some sesame seed on it. Alright, I'm definitely taking a picture of this though right now. This looks beautiful. Alright, there we go. Gyudon plus udon sounds good. It just sounds like it makes sense. Alright. I'm sending the pictures to the Discord right now as we speak. But now I'm gonna ruin it because I don't think you're supposed to really it doesn't normally have sesame seeds on top. But hi there. Hi. Hi there.
What the fuck is this?
One more just for the lols. Hi, hello, welcome Raiders, welcome. I'm Saltea Kichee, the local virtual baker. I'm cooking today, and you just came just in time. I just finished my bowl of Udon, so hey, welcome in. Alright, just give me one moment here, lad. Because of course, I'm not going to be able to eat this all, so I'm just going to already start preemptively making my leftover bowl of Gyudon, which is quite funny. I have like the perfect bowl for it as well. And put a little bit of broth on. Oh, there's a little bit of glitching happening. I'm sorry. It is what it is. put the broth in. I'm gonna put the broth in my spoon here. And then actually glaze my main bowl a bit more. I made pizza as usual, but also 8 burgers? You made 8? What? That's a lot of burgers. I mean, I guess here goes a hungry lad, but geez, that's a lot. There we go, I got my bowl of Gyudon that I'm gonna eat tomorrow now. Lovely, lovely. And, yeah, I just gotta put my rice away now, because I've now realized that, oh shoot, I think I've made a bit too much rice. Which is a good problem to have. Because then I can make fried rice. Or other sort of dishes that require rice like this. Pre-cooked rice. Or just have buttered rice one day. The struggliest of struggle meals. The best of struggle meals, honestly. One side was corn, chicken, parmesan, butter, and various spices. It's a weird pizza. Not terribly weird, because I know that for a Korean pizza, it's like corn, beans, and something else. Oh, okay. Okie dokie. What stuff is done? Yeah, luckily for my cleanup right now, it's actually not that bad. I just gotta actually move my rice cooker away, and that's pretty much the biggest thing I gotta do right now. Alright. Yeah, I'll clean the dishes later, but here is my bowl of Udon. The other side was mozzarella, beef, cheese, seriously sharp cheddar, and various sauces. Whole burgers on the pizza, or what? Yeah, did you make like a... Where the burgers went into the pizza? You made a burger pizza? Interesting combo. But alright. Huh. Anyways. Here is my bowl of Gyudon. It's not exactly a pizza here. But it has beef. It has carbs. So hey, for what that's worth. Ooh, that's a nice spoon right there. That's a nice spoon of like food right. I want to take a picture. It's such a nice spoon. You'll definitely understand when I actually show you the picture here. Alright. I'm gonna take this to my desktop though. I'm gonna go to a different area, and I'm gonna actually show you the pictures too. Give me 1 second. Glad. See, with a ladle. I mean, I guess in a weird way it would be one, but it's not. Just poured myself a real quick drink here. Twinkies. But here, let me just download those pictures right now. Alright. One, and I'll pull another. Alright. Well, Salty 2D is gonna go away from now, and we're gonna return to Saltea Kichee, I guess. So yeah. Alright. Away from the kitchen we are, and to the area of the normal place we go. Hi, I'm back. Alright, let's show you the food that Salty 2D did, yeah? Alright, here we go. Doesn't it actually look really good? It is just essentially not essentially, it is very simple, but it looks really good, no? I think I cut the scallions very nicely. The beef looks and tastes great. This spoon just looks so good. Mind the dust, but like this looks really grand. And I have not eaten it yet, but I'm like salivating. It smells amazing. There is such a nice, strong sense of umami. Like, alright, there we go. There's such a strong sense of like nice flavor in here. This bowl is just permeating, just good vibes. It smells really good. Hold on. It smells great, and I'm gonna just eat this right now. I'm gonna have one spoon right here. First bite, here we go. Oh. So that's... Ooh. I don't know how to explain this, other than saying that this does taste amazing. It's not too heavy on the soy. It's not too heavy on anything. Honestly, I could have actually used a little bit more sugar, but no, this is so good actually. With it all being boiled, it kind of just coats all the rice. So the rice just has all that flavor from the broth, absorbed it all. The scallion, and since I just cut the day, and the onion, just everything about this just tastes really fresh too. And honestly, my biggest worry was that the beef was going to be overcooked. And it is overcooked in the sense that it's cooked all the way through. But my biggest worry was it's going to be like chewing into like leather. Since I did cut it so thin, it's actually like perfectly like tender and soft. Yeah, the beef is like perfectly tender and soft. The rice is very flavorful with all that broth. The scallion and onions just adds nice freshness to it. The scallion actually has a nice crunch to it too. But like, ooh, this is really good actually. But it's kind of funny, because I thought this was actually going to take a lot longer to make. But I think we've made this in 45 minutes, I think. Yeah, no, this is like a really, really good meal here. Ooh. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna put this on the struggle meal list here. Because that, even though that this kind of, in a way, does feel like a struggle meal, it feels like this is just so... it feels like I put a lot more time into it than what I actually did put into, you know? This feels like I'm eating like a 2-hour processed meal, even though this took like not even half that, 45 minutes at most. Yeah, no, this is actually really good. And it's kind of funny to think about, because let's say somehow I had rice cooked already, I could have made this a lot quicker too, which is the funny thing too. Could have made this so much quicker. Hold on, I actually gotta move some things around real quick. Yeah, I could have made this so much quicker if I had rice cooked preemptively, but I wanted to show, I guess, how easy it is, even though I actually didn't know how easy this was gonna make. Ooh, Yeah, this is a very filling, very warm, very tasty, very just a perfect bowl of food right here. And another thing that's kind of surprising, well, not kind of surprising, but like, it's just something that I am taking of note. It's not greasy. It's not anything like very extremely hearty, and it feels like I'm eating like 50 pounds of food when you eat like a burger, for instance. This feels very simple, which is very nice for like a simple thing like this. Truly is the best kind of simple you can get. I know probably at the end of the day, not the healthiest thing, I bet, but still, very good. That was a very good meal. I'm very happy I made it, actually. My mood actually feels a little bit better, too. So what's all in it? It's really simple. It's just beef, onions, scallion, and that's like the main ingredient. And then there's like the actual like sauce or broth. It's a dashi or some sort of chicken stock you can use. I use a chicken stock. I put kombu, I put bonito, sake, mirin, sugar, soy sauce. Very simple. Very, very like not. I keep saying simple. Almost sounds like I'm trying to downplay it, but like I'm saying it just because there's a lot of flavor in it, but it required such minimal effort. And that's a good thing, especially for struggle meals, because I don't know, sometimes you just don't feel like cooking. Anywho, we've only been live for an hour, so how about we play some Minecraft now, yeah? Not just yet, though, because I obviously want to just take a second to just digest, I guess. But yeah, no, that was a really good bowl of food, Gyudon. Definitely should try. I definitely need to cook more food like this, I guess. I gotta make sure I show my friend this because she showed me something heinous. It was like a Philly cheesesteak bulgogi thing, and I felt pain watching it.
We're making a bulgogi Philly cheesesteak. We're gonna actually...
Like a bulgogi Philly cheesesteak sounds like such a mash. I don't know. A mash of like two different things. I don't know. Oh, they're using provolone cheese? Oh, that's weird. Well, actually, just because I just don't personally like provolone cheese. I think it's a bit too stinky. And also, I retake my statement, because that actually does look really good. Yum. I don't know. I don't know. I just need like a second now. Do you ever just like this is just kind of me. This is kind of me when I eat, and whenever I eat like a meal, and especially this is very prevalent when I'm like eating with people. But whenever I'm done eating, I kind of just need to zone out. I need to just like settle down because I ate a lot right then and there, and also for me it's a bad tendency, but I eat really, really quickly, like really quickly. For instance, I'm already done eating my food. I think that took like 10 minutes for me to eat. I don't know. I've been told I eat things really quickly. I have a hard time like savoring food. But, yeah, that did seem really quick. Yeah. Yeah. So I have a really bad tendency of just eating really quickly. So now I just need like a second here. I just need to like, I just need a second to just digest, I guess. I don't know how to explain it. It's a bad habit just solely because of, as a cook, we don't really have much time to eat. I don't really have breaks at my job, so we just eat. And don't really think too much further than that. Just gotta get it all down, you know? But it's silly. I don't know. It's such a bad tendency that, hey, I'm here at my home on my day off and all that whatnot, but no, still have to really worry about that stupid mentality, I guess. I don't know. Gotta post this. Yeah, I'm posting this stuff real quick. Give me a second. There we go. You know, I've been seeing this trend recently. I've been seeing this trend of like doing like a VTuber versus handwriting thing, and I feel like I want to do that, but at the same time, it's like my handwriting's weird because it's good and then it's bad. It's good because I can just I can write normally, but I'm always in like a very rushed mindset, so my normal my quote unquote normal handwriting is like one of like a doctor's. It's very messy and scribbly. But like if I was just to write something down, like you want me to write you a letter or something, then I take a little bit more care into it, I guess. Also, it is kind of silly because I don't know what's the word here. No, what is the word I'm trying to think of here? I don't know. Is that interesting to really? Is that something you lads would actually like to see as well? I don't know, like seeing my handwriting and all that whatnot. Sorry, I'm scrolling through Twitter, as you may or may not can tell. I'm pretty sure at this point you can tell when I'm scrolling down Twitter, yeah? Oh boy. I kinda almost feel like I should probably end the stream right now. I don't know. I don't really have much else in mind I wanna do. And just doing a Minecraft stream kind of feels very low effort almost. I didn't really expect this to be done that quickly, but hey, wow, look at that. I was able to cook something so quickly, so that must mean you guys could cook something really quickly too, right? Obviously, since I can do it, that means you guys can too, right? But yeah, I'm kind of at a loss here, lads. I don't know really what else to do, and I don't want to really waste your time here, I guess. But yeah, I'm kind of tapped out. My energy has been very low, so I don't think I really wanna. I can really go any longer here. Let's see. Let's see if we can go find someone to go raid. We can go raid. Let's go raid a Darable. Why not? I think she's doing a subathon, so I think it's. Oh, I spelled that really badly. My goodness. I think she's doing some sort of subathon or whatnot, so we might as well go say hi to her. Yeah. Yeah. Here we go. Yeah, thank you all for tuning in today. I know today was a bit shorter of a stream than normal, but I hope you guys have a good rest of your morning, afternoon, and or evening. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for watching me cook this lovely, lovely dish. And maybe I'll do another stream like this tomorrow or something. I don't know. Alright, I'll see you around. Don't worry about dropping by late. I'm glad that you were able to come nonetheless, so hey, I'm happy that you're here. Hey, thank you all for tuning in today. Hope you guys have a good rest of your morning, afternoon, and or evening, and I will see you around whenever. Yeah. Saltea Kichee everyone, and ciao. Bye-bye.